What's up guys, Meredith with AmericanTrucks.com, and today we're checking out the Barricade 5-inch oval straight end side step bars in gloss black, fitting all 2010 and newer Crew Cab Ram 2500s. Now if you need a boost up into your 2500 and want a step that's going to blend in well with other black accents on your truck while keeping it to the more affordable side of the spectrum, these are going to be a great option. Now these will offer you lighter duty protection for the truck owner who's sticking mainly to the street and is more concerned about better accessibility for themselves or passengers, even more so if they have some height to their truck from tires or a lift. Along with the function of these steps, they'll be great if you want more of a running board style option to fill the space with the wide build and wheel-to-wheel design. The 2500 is a hassle to get into sometimes stock, so when adding any type of height to it, it only gets more challenging, and these will do a great job of providing a 5-inch wide step right below the rocker to get in and out. Now in front of each of the doors there's also a large plastic stepping pad to avoid any slipping, making it a bit easier, especially if you have wet shoes or mud on your feet. Now along with the accessibility, the wide step does also provide good coverage from any debris or hazards getting to the rocker, protecting the rocker in lighter off-road and on-road situations. Now the build will also be very sleek and match very well with other black mods or trim that you have if you want to keep it on the non-flashy side compared to the polished look, but you also like the gloss black that adds more of that finished appearance. These will be made of a heavy-duty tubular stainless steel construction, so they will be able to handle any lighter hits and kick-up while also saving you some weight on your build compared to heavier steel choices. Now the coating on the stainless steel will be a gloss black powder coat to prevent any rusting over time, keeping the appearance very fresh. Now the brackets holding these onto the truck will also be made of a powder coated steel material and will be completely bolt on with all of the hardware included for a headache-free install. Now these are about $375, which is on the more affordable side of the spectrum for a set of steps. Now one of the reasons being is that these are going to be fairly simple and again are more of that lighter duty choice compared to some rugged steel options that are better for more off-road driving. Now if you don't need that, however, you just want a good looking and supportive step into your Ram while saving some money in the meantime, these are going to be great, and they even have a 3-year limited warranty to back them. Install will be very easy at a 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter and should only take you about an hour or so to get these installed. Now at this point we can head over to our shop, check out a detailed breakdown on how you can get these onto your truck at home. So that's going to wrap it up for my review. Let's go ahead and get into the install.
For this install you will need a ratchet, an adapter if necessary, 10 and 13 millimeter sockets, 10 and 13 millimeter wrenches, and depending on the model year of your truck you will need a 1/4 inch drill bit and a drill.
What's up guys, today we're going to be doing some side steps on our Ram, so let's get started. Alrighty guys, so we're underneath the truck here. We're going to go right behind essentially the rocker panels to our body, and we have these openings here for our mounting plates. So we're going to grab our provided nut and bolt combo plate here. We're going to grab one of the bolts that we're going to be using to mount our main bracket. That's going to act as a handle for us to go ahead and get this in place. So what we're going to do is thread this bolt in a good bit, not all the way. Just want it to hold enough to work with. We're going to use that as a handle. Go ahead and go through this wider opening up top here like so. And we're going to drop that down through and get it in place here. And you'll see your stud come through. So we'll go ahead and pull that flush like that. Then we're going to grab one of our provided plastic washers here. This is more just like a retainer. We're going to go ahead and get that onto this stud. Make sure you do not let go of this bolt until you get this on, or you will drop it in the backside of your body. Nobody wants that. So we'll go ahead and get this run down to pretty much flush. Now this is going to have some wiggle room here. These plastic washers aren't meant to be tight. They're just meant to hold it. So once we have that, we'll go ahead and loosen up this bolt. Get it out. Try not to drop it on yourself. And then you'll see you can drop the other side down where your bolt hole is going to line up with the other mounting hole. And once we have this in position, we'll go ahead and do the same thing for the other two. So once we have these in place, we can go ahead and get our main mounting brackets in place. Now these are going to be stamped with the designation of where they go. So we're on the passenger side at the rear. So we've got our passenger rear mounting bracket here. We're going to go ahead and slide this over that stud. And again, we're just going to hold that stud in place and also our bracket. Then we're going to grab one of our provided 13mm bolts with a lock washer and flat washer and go ahead and get that into our bolt hole on the other side here. Get that started. And we'll get it hand tight. Just like so. Now for our stud, we're going to go ahead and add in a flat washer as well as one of our provided 13mm lock nuts here. Okay. And then once you have this loosely in place, you can go ahead and do the same thing for the other two brackets. So now we can go ahead and install our support bracket, and that's going to mount to the holes that are in the pinch weld. Now one thing to note here is depending on the year of your truck, you may not have these holes already on it. So you will need to grab a 1/4-inch drill bit and drill your holes through for your support brackets. So we'll go ahead and grab our provided bolts and our bracket. We're gonna put that behind the pinch weld like so. Go ahead and get our bolts through. And once we get one through, we can go ahead and add a flat washer and a lock nut to that. Do the same thing for our other bolt hole here. And once we have that in place, we'll go ahead and add in one of our 13mm bolts and flat washers through our support bracket into the mounting point of our main bracket. And we can go ahead and add a flat washer, lock washer, and a nut to the back side. And once you have this done for this side, you can go ahead and do the same thing for the other two mounts. So now we can go ahead and grab our side step and set it into position, and we'll line our threaded inserts up with the mounting holes on our brackets, just like so. So now we'll go ahead and grab our provided combo bolts, get those into our side step through our mounting brackets. We'll do the same thing for the other two brackets. We're gonna leave those loose for now. So now that we've got everything in place and we've got our side steps adjusted where we want them, there is a little bit of play here. We'll go ahead and begin tightening everything down. We're gonna start with the combo bolts on our steps. That's gonna pull our bracket straight onto our step. So we'll grab our 13mm socket on our ratchet and go ahead and do that. Then we'll move up to our bolt that connects our main bracket to our support bracket. Again, we're going to use our 13mm socket on our ratchet as well as a 13mm wrench. Now we'll do our support bracket bolts to our pinch welds, and we'll grab our 10mm socket on our ratchet and a 10mm wrench for that. Now we'll move up to our two main bracket bolts to our body. So again, we'll grab our 13mm socket on our ratchet for those. Now once you have these tight, you can go ahead and tighten down your other two brackets, and then you can repeat the same process for the other side. Alrighty guys, that about wraps up our review and install of our Barricade 5-inch oval straight end side step bars and gloss black finish for your 10 to current Ram 2500 crew cab. Thanks for watching, and as always, for everything Ram, keep it right here at AmericanTrucks.com.